Yes, 145 against Donald Trump's 214. That's one more state going blue, but you can see a lot of red on that map, meaning a lot of the states have gone the Republican way. We'll continue looking at the numbers, but we now want to focus on matters local. I'm still in studio with Kasim Tandaza, MP Matuga, and Senator Tabitha Mutinda. Now joining the panel, Daniel Orogo, Political Analyst. Daniel, karibu sana. You missed out on that discussion about the US election. We'll revisit that later. For now, I want us to come to what is a big headline on the front page of the Standard. They talk about abductions. Interior CS, police on the spot. Two government rights watchdogs want MPs to sanction the Interior Cabinet Secretary and the Inspector General of Police over police misconduct during anti-tax demonstrations, even as legislators demand answers on abductions, extrajudicial killings, and results of KNCHR and IPOA probes. So the story is on page 8. And they say members of parliament have been urged to sanction Interior Cabinet Secretary and the Inspector General of Police over police misconduct during the anti-tax demonstrations. The KNCHR, that's the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, and the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, both government bodies, said the two should be held responsible for police misconduct. The groups were appearing before the National Assembly Administration and Internal Security Committee, where they shed light on abduction, extrajudicial killings, and the results of the investigations. So KNCHR wants IG, who was in charge back then, Douglas Kanja, and Interior CS, who is now the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, sanctioned. Let's start from there, Daniel. This has been a long time coming. We're still talking about abductions. People are still missing. And for the first time, at least, we've seen some semblance of closure in as far as these reports are concerned. But do you see these reports seeing the light of day?
Well, I think, Fred, thank you for inviting me. May I convey my apologies for arriving late due to circumstances I could have avoided. I think, first of all, the issue of abduction, we've been on set here for quite a number of time, trying to shed light on the conflicted numbers of, the rate of abduction, those that are being reported by different agencies, of course, government, the non-governmental organization, Independent Policing Oversight Authority. So it is quite interesting that I think this is coming to fore again. One of the issues that I keep on, insisting is that for the first time, the real number of abduction records needs to be availed to the public. I think then it begins a process of understanding the nature of handling really what went during the protest, post, and even after. For now, the moment people are grappling with the exact numbers of those who are abducted, those who have disappeared, and probably those who cannot be accounted for, that in itself begins conflicted. The lack of data, the lack of understanding the trend, the lack of conflicting information in itself cast aspersion in the whole process in itself. So I think my comments would be that now that is called by the parliamentary committees and and the legislatures, I still insist that I think the institutions still need to address the country with the exact numbers to avoid conflicted on report. That then would then be an interesting and very important point for us as a nation to really understand. So there are different platforms then. Just a day to the swearing in, those issues around, did that now exonerate the current deputy president from responsibilities he held with the office that he served before, now that he's gone to the higher office? Does the office exist in perpetuity to be held to account with where the buck stopped with during the demonstration? So a question has arisen. And then it is important that now the parliamentary committee really calls that to action. Who are they calling to action? The deputy president or the principal secretary that is in Interior?
Will they? That's the question. And at least according to these two reports, have given us numbers. KNCHR said 60 people were killed during the demos. They added that 1,376 people were arrested countrywide. They had recorded 71 cases of abductions, with 26 people still missing. That's according